What's up, K-Babes? It's Kayla back with another video. Today I'm here basically just giving y'all a story time about how I basically found out I was kind of the side chick, found out the guy I was talking to had a girlfriend. I'm gonna be telling y'all that story while I show y'all how I do my apply my eyebrows and my lashes. So story time story time X how to kind of thing. So yeah, if you like to see how I do that and also hear this story, just keep on watching. Okay, but before we start off this story time and this tutorial, I'm just going to show y'all what I use to do my eyebrows, just so when I'm showing y'all, I won't have to introduce the products as well. So for eyebrow, actually, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the color medium brown. So I'm going to be using that, and then my favorite two concealers, the Shape Tape Concealer and the LA Girl Pro Concealer. That's really good and it's very cheap, and I'm going to be using it in the color medium beige, and for the Shape Tape, I'm going to be using the color medium tan sand. So I'm going to be using that to conceal my brows. I'm going to be using my ABH, oh no, this is from Sephora, my Sephora eyebrow brush. It's dual, so it has a spoolie on one end and the angled brush on the edge. I'm going to be using another spoolie that I use. So that's what I'm going to be using for my brows. And for lashes, of course, just tweezers and glue, and then I'll show you all the lashes I'm going to use later. So basically, I'm just going to get this dip brow, and I spray it just a little bit just to get it a little wet, but not too wet, because I kind of like the way it comes out wet. But yeah, so this story basically starts off my freshman year in college or whatever, and yeah, so I was going to school, and we lived in dorms or whatever. Me and my friend lived in dorms, and of course we're posting each other and stuff like that. So she had this guy on her Snapchat, and he basically commented and was like, you know, put me on with your friend, because she would always be posting me, I'm always posting her, we always together, blah blah blah. So he's like, put me on. So before I go any further, I'm going to just, take the dip brow and start in the middle of my brows into the tail. I don't put any dip brow at the front because I do not like dark, eyebrows in the front. I like the ombre effect, and you'll see that as we keep going. So yeah, he's like, put me on. So she's like, hey girl, like, I know this is your type. Like, do you want to talk to this guy or whatever? So I'm like, okay, let me see what he looks like. Shows me what he looks like. I'm like, ooh, yeah, he cute. Boom. So I add him on Snapchat or whatever, and we texting or whatever. We had been texting for some weeks and stuff, and I don't know, like, he was super cool, super chill. Like, we were just texting. Oh, and mind you, he went to a school nearby. So he went to a school nearby mine, and he was an athlete there, so that too. So yeah, so that's how we were going to be able to see each other. So he goes to a school nearby, whatever. He has his own dorm too, and he's like, he was texting me, whatever. It was all cool, and then, we just chilling. So we're getting to know each other. He's cool. I'm liking him. He has cool vibe. We FaceTimed and stuff like that. Everything's chill, girl. So after a while of knowing him, he's like, hey, like, I want to see you. And it would happen that sometimes, like, we'd be like, okay, we're going to meet up this day, but it wouldn't happen type thing. Like, he'll have something to do with his athletics, or I'll have homework and stuff like that. So, yeah, so that's what happened. So then one day, he's like, all right, like, I'm going to come out there and I'm going to see you. Like, do you care? So I'm like, no, like, I don't care. Like, come. Okay, I zoomed in, that way y'all can see my eyebrows a little bit better. Okay, so yeah, so he's like, I'm gonna come out there and see you. So I'm like, bet, like, come. He's like, okay, cool, but do you mind if I bring my friend? I'm like, no, bring your friend. Me and my friend can hang out with you and yours. So he's like, bet, hang out or whatever. He comes, and it was super cool. Did they come in our dorm? No, we did not invite them in our dorm, they just picked us up outside, and we were just like chilling in the car talking, you know, doing what college kids do, you know what I mean, and just chilling. So time passes or whatever, and mind you, when they came it was late, so it was already like nighttime. By the time we finished doing what we're doing, it's super late, like past midnight. And so he's like, hey, like, you know, do you mind if we spend the night? So me and my friend, like, spend a night, like, spend a night, is you crazy? Like, come on now. So, you know, I'm thinking he's just a typical boy. I told him, no, you cannot spend the night at my place. Like, first of all, there's no place for you to sleep. You're not sleeping in my bed. Your friend not sleeping in my friend bed. No, we're not having none of that. So they're like, okay, bed, like, okay, whatever. So at this point, I'm like F boy, like thinking that you're just gonna meet me once and then you're gonna be able to sleep over. So literally he ends up driving home or whatever, and he's like, you know, I was like, you know, but let me know when you make it home. Lets me know when he makes it home. He's like, yeah, I got pulled over and I got a ticket. And I'm like, what? So then I felt bad because I'm like, dang, like, you know, it was late, like they probably smelled, like, you know, and I got him driving home all late. I felt bad. So yeah, whatever. So time passes after that, and we're still texting. He's not tripping, and we're cooling. And so, you know, I started, like, you know, of course, um, catching feelings for him because we start talking more. We FaceTiming all the time, texting, stuff like that. And then one time, me and my friend, like, you know, this is probably like a few weeks or about a month later, we're still talking, of course. Me and my friend hear about this party at this other nearby school. So we like, okay, like, you know, we freshmen, we trying to turn up. So we're like, of course we're going to the party, y'all. So we pull up to the party and we having a good old time or whatever. Okay, so yeah, pause. So now that I'm done filling in my brows, I'm just gonna take the concealer, the LA Girl concealer, and I'm gonna put a little bit on my palm, on my not the palm of my hand, but the back of my hand, like that. This color may be a little too dark for me. I'm not sure. I can't remember because I've been in the house, so probably got a little bit untanned or whatever. But I'm gonna take a little bit of the concealer on this flat concealer brush, and I'm just gonna go under my brows and just conceal, like, you know, carve it out or whatever. So yeah, so back to the story. So we're at this party, and he's like, hey, like, you nearby, like, where you at? And I'm like, oh, I'm at this party or whatever. He's like, oh, it's live. So we're like, yeah. Well, I'm like, yeah, it's live, like, you know, you should pull up. He's like, okay, well, I'm doing something right now. Afterwards, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna text you and I'm gonna see if it's still live. So I'm like, okay, bet. So we're at the party just chilling, having a good old time or whatever. We're just chilling. Yeah. So he texts me later. He's like, hey, like, you know, I'm about to pull up. How is it? I'm like, oh, it's still good. You should come. So mind you, like, it's still kind of far from him, kind of far from me. So it's going to take him some time to get there. The party ends up getting shut down. So I text him, I'm like, hey, like, we're leaving. The party ended up getting shut down. He's like, oh, bet, like, you know, whatever. I'm just now pulling up. I'm about to be out there. So I'm like, oh my God, so, you know, you like him. Well, I like him. And so I'm like, oh, yes, like, even though this party got canceled, I'm about to see this man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He pulls up or whatever. He's like, where you at? Finds me. And we're just like, you know, in the parking lot at this point, just talking. But as we're talking, me and my friend, well, my friend's with me, and he has his friends. So we're just all together talking. Mind you, we're in the parking lot, but other, you know, people from the party are walking out. And so all I remember is like me and him talking, and I hear this voice go, really? 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 Like, are you serious? So, you know, I'm kind of looking like, what the fuck? So I'm like, So me and my friend look at each other. And we're like, is that his girlfriend? So we look at her and he's looking too, like he don't know her. So he walks over there like kind of slow or whatever, and they're just talking. So me and my friend having our conversation, and we're like, is that his girlfriend? And I'm like, bitch, I hope not. Like, she's like, girl, me too, because like, no. So I'm like, okay, like, is this his gal or whatever? But of course, also I'm not thinking too much of it because like we just chilling. So y'all, okay, so now I'm gonna take the medium tan sand and I'm gonna conceal that above my brows just because it's a little bit of a different color or whatever. So I just wanted to let y'all know I'm doing that. So yeah, so y'all, the girls, so yeah, so he comes back or whatever after talking to her, and he's like, oh, like, my bad or whatever. So I'm like, was that your, like, who is that? He was like, oh no, like that was just my friend. She was just playing or whatever. She was just playing with me. And so we're like, oh, okay. Foreshadowing. So he's like, yeah, so we get back to talking, whatever. He's like, so what you about to do? I'm like, oh, I'm just about to go back to my dorm, whatever. He's like, well, why don't you come over to mine? So I'm like, So I'm like, okay, like, I'll let you know. He's like, well, I'm about to be back in my place. He was like, so come through. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna call you, and let you know. He's like, bet. So I go back and I consult with my friends. I'm like, hey, y'all, like, he told me to come to his place or whatever, but I know I'm driving y'all, like, so I don't know what to do. They're like, girl, we just gonna sit outside and wait for you. You better go do what you gotta do, like, go hang out with him or whatever. We're gonna sit in the car, like, we ain't got nothing to do. We're just gonna sit in the car while you go. So I'm like, bro, like, really? So they're like, yeah. So I'm just like, okay. So I go to his place or whatever, and whatever. I go to his place. I go to his place, and we just chilling and stuff. So time passes by. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not staying here. I got my friends. I'm about to go home. He's like, okay, bet. Let me know when you make it home. So at this point, I'm like, oh my God, like, I just, do what it do. I just did what it did. Whoop-de-woo. So then y'all, everything's back to normal. Go back to school, everything's cool, we chilling or whatever. And after that, we started hanging out with each other more. Like, he never came to my dorm and spent the night just because, like, I shared a dorm, but I would always go to his place and spend the night because, like, he had his own dorm. So I would go spend the night and stuff like that on the weekend and leave in the morning or, at night, and I'll come back because I had class the next day and stuff like that. So I would go out there and I would, like, spend the night with him. We started talking more and more and more, but then, like, eventually he starts tripping. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, what is wrong with this nigga? Because I'm starting to catch feelings because we hanging out all the time. We always on the phone. I'm catching feelings, like, and I thought he was liking me too. So, y'all, I'm telling my friend, I'm like, I don't know what to do because, he's starting to act weird now. Like, sometimes he would know we were supposed to hang out, but he would not text back and be like, oh, my bad, like, I was doing this. Or he was like, oh, I'm busy doing this. But, like, you knew you was going to be busy before you told me to come over. So I'm like, okay, something's up. So my friend's like, just tell him how you feel, that you like him. So I'm telling him, I like you or whatever. Like, what's up with it? Like, do you like me too? Are you looking for us to get in a relationship? This is whenever I was like trying to find a man. So he's like, oh yeah, I like you, but I'm like, not looking for a relationship. We just chilling, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. So that's going on for a while, but I'm still hanging out with him. I'm still going out there to see him. I'm still spending the night. We still been doing what we gotta do. So this went on for like a while or whatever. I would say maybe like 2 months. or whatever. So yeah, so then I got fed up with it, and so I kept asking him, what's the deal, like, what is this gonna be? And he kept giving me the runaround. So at this point I'm like, okay, like, forget it, like, I'm gonna stop talking to him. Y'all, like, it had been months or whatever. So slowly I stopped talking to him because, like, I really liked him. I couldn't just like back off and just stop talking to him type thing. Hold on, I'm trying to find my other brush. Okay, so now that I got my brows concealed and stuff, I like the way they came out. I'm just gonna, like, buff out the edges. So I stopped talking to him or whatever, and we slowly stopped talking. Let's just put it that way. So time passes or whatever, and I start talking to new guys, of course, because I mean, who's gonna dwell over an old boy? Let's just say, even though he was cute, he was very cute, and I wish I could, like, show y'all, but of course I can't, because that's like, no, we're not doing that. So let's fast forward a year. Yes, a year. A year passes, and I'm talking to my friend. Me and this girl have been friends, but like, we never talked about him because we didn't go to the same school. We weren't that close for me to be telling her what I was doing at the time and stuff like that. But later on we get close, and she so happened to go to the same school he went to. So one day, me and my friends talking, I'm like, girl, like, yes, like, it's this one guy I was talking to that went to your school, and he was an athlete. And she's like, girl, who? So I tell her, and she's like, girl. And I'm like, girl, what? She's like, sis, I know you was not this the one you talking to, sending me pictures. So I'm like, girl, yes, that's him. Like, why do you ask? She's like, girl, I know him. He got a girlfriend. So I'm like, he got a what? She's like, yes, girl, he has a girlfriend. So I'm like, there's no way that this man has a girlfriend. Like, we were talking for months, and he had a girlfriend. She's like, girl, I'm telling you, like, it was around that time, so I'm pretty sure. Shows me the girl, shows me pictures of them. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, like, there is no way. And mind y'all, like, even though it's been a year past, like, sometimes, like, we didn't keep in contact, but basically did. Like, he would comment on my pictures, I would comment on his pictures, but it was never like we would have conversations. So I found out this man has a girlfriend. So I'm like, wow, like, okay, like, he really hit it. Because, like, when I'm telling y'all, he didn't post her, like, ever, like, never posted her, never commented on anything on Twitter, no Instagram, like, never commented on shit. So I'm just like, wow, like, okay, he really pulled a doozy on me. So, like I said, he kept commenting, like, he would still comment on my stuff. And sometimes he would try to make small talk. So, of course, one day he messaged me, and I was being petty or something to the lines, and I'm pretty sure he said, like, what's up with you? Why you don't fuck with me? And I'm like, cuz, nigga, you got a girlfriend. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't have no girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yes, you do. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, yes, you do. So he's like, girl, like, you tripping. So I'm like, no, I'm not tripping. So of course we stopped talking. Like, of course he stops messaging me. And at this point I'm like, I'm not no homewrecker. Like, if you got a girlfriend, I'm definitely gonna let you know that I know, but I don't want you no more. So this nigga's like, this is pretty much it for the brows. I really like the way they came out. That's really how I do my easy brows, and it really blended in with the concealer. Really blended in well. If y'all feel like I'm not looking at y'all, it's because I'm looking at how good my brows look right now. But yeah, so now we're gonna get into the lashes. Before I finish the story, I am going to show y'all what lashes I'm going to be using. The lashes I'm going to be using, there's ones that I've used previously, so that's why they're not in the box, but I will show y'all what the box looks like. Okay, so this is what the lash box looks like. They're the New York Mink, the LaFleur New York Mink, 100% mink lashes. I really love these. They're good. They give me the feels of 25 millimeters when I don't feel like wearing 25 millimeters. I think they go for like $4.99 just because they're a little bit of the, like, even though that's still cheap, they're better than the like $2.99 lashes. So I would really recommend these lashes. They are super good. I use a duo lash glue. I'm going to put that along the line, and I let the lashes sit for just a few seconds, or I put them in front of my fan so it can dry faster, and then I'll show you how to apply them in a second. But that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Where was I at? Yeah, find out he had a girlfriend. So whatever, he still be trying to talk to me and stuff, and I'm just not for it because, one, like, you knew I really liked you from get-go. Like, I really liked him a lot, and he played me. So I was done, like, for real, done. And two, you had a girlfriend. But yeah, so yeah, he was still trying to make small talk, whatever, but I wasn't having it. So I just left him in the dust because I don't have time. Basically, that's how I found out that I was being, I mean, I guess basically you can say the side chick if you want, but that's how I found out I was getting played, the side chick, whatever. That's how I found out the nigga I was fucking with had a girlfriend, however you want to put it. But from this, like, I just really learned that nigga, like, cause this is the first, I think this is like one of the first times, cause like I don't think I've ever encountered a time other than this when I found out a guy I was talking to actually was dating someone whenever he was trying to talk to me. I think that was the very first time that had happened. So yeah, like, that really taught me that, yeah, niggas are like, they cheat on you, but like, niggas don't care. Like, they be out here trying to make it seem like they gonna end up being with you, but really got a whole girlfriend and stuff like that. And afterwards, like, I'm so glad that that I found out about it later, rather than whenever I still have feelings for him, because that would have been even harder. So yeah, and for that, like, I guess I'm just saying, like, you know, this happens to a lot of people. Yes, girls, like, this happens to us all the time, but you should not let that define who you are or make you feel any type of way. Because, I mean, it's one thing to do it if it's one thing to talk to somebody who has a girlfriend if you knew, but if you genuinely did not know that he had a girlfriend, like, it's okay. Like, you know, as long as you stop talking to him, that's okay, sis. Like, find out and move on. So usually whenever I apply my lashes, I start off by grabbing the lashes in the middle, because I feel like if you apply the lashes in the middle, so that way, you know, it's even on both sides, it'll be easier to apply the ends. Now usually on the ends, my eyes get a little bit watery, so if that happens, don't take it off. Just leave the lash on and wait for your end of your eye to dry, and then just patch it up. For those of you who have smaller eye sockets, I would definitely recommend that if you feel like the lash is too big, start off by cutting it from the inside, not the outside, because sometimes the outside is a little bit longer and you don't want to lose the length. Okay. So now that my right lash is on, it's still giving me a little bit of a hard time in the edge, but I'm just going to move on to the next eye, put that one on, and then I'll come back to the outer corner to fix that. Okay, y'all. Sorry, my daddy called me, but y'all see me apply it. But yeah, so basically that's how I put on my lashes. I really love these lashes, y'all. Like, oh yeah, but if, like, to make my eyelashes mesh with my natural lashes, I literally just go and I just pinch the lashes together. That's really it. I just pinch them together. Sometimes I really don't like the way that my lashes are, like how they just, you know, right here it's not that bad, but like how right here you see that you can just see the like it's bare with no lash. So to do that, to combat or alleviate that bare space, I take, literally I'll just take the liner and make a line at the beginning of my eye. And I'll do it with this side just to like make it even, like that. To end off my brows, I go in with the brow gel. Ooh. I go in with the brow gel and I just like basically go on top to ensure that the brows stay in place. I literally love this gel. I also use this gel if I'm doing like the no eyebrow look. I mean the no makeup brow look or whatever. It works really well in keeping the brows in place and giving you that like bold brow, but still no makeup look. I really hope that y'all enjoyed this story time. I have a lot of other story times coming for y'all. If y'all would like to see another how-to tutorial, just comment which y'all would like to see me do. I hope y'all like this video. I hope y'all found it entertaining. I hope y'all actually learned something. I need to wipe this makeup off my hand because it looks real crazy. But yeah, so don't forget to follow me on all social media accounts, babe. Even though I ain't posting them right now, I am going to be taking some cute pictures in the real here soon, just to give y'all some content on social media. But yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Don't forget to watch all my other videos. Don't forget to, you know, comment, show me some love. Actually put in the comments, let me know what y'all are doing during quarantine. Let me know what other videos y'all want to see me do and stuff like that. So yeah, without further ado, I hope to see y'all later, Cay-Babiessssss.